My name is Cesar. I'm one of the crew leaders for Applewood. Let me show you around. Okay, so here pretty much we excavated. Nothing but concrete will go here. Got a little bit of a dirt area on the side, a little bit of planting on the side, but pretty much what you see with the string lights inside is concrete. Over here, we're starting to run our sleeves, starting to do irrigation lines, making sure we get water we need for plants. What else? Anything other than that, it's just the sleeves here, the irrigation, plants. This is still concrete inside, soil on the right. You start getting more into the backyard. You can see all the downspouts connecting the drains. Same with the irrigation, using that same trench line. So the homeowner worked twice. And everything runs pretty much out. Got my irrigation all the way to the city street. Everything will drain over there. Everything laid out where the concrete's gonna go. Pretty much it. Other than that, we got steps up there. Either going in one step or two step. We still gotta decide with the concrete guy. But overall, I'm overdug. Always trying to keep it overdug, so if whoever comes and shoots the heights doesn't have a problem in the whenever they gotta shoot forms or whatever is that what they're doing. So pretty much next now we're gonna start backfilling, getting everything compacted so the concrete doesn't end up sinking in the future. And yeah, we're ready to roll. And over here the backyard's not too crazy. Pretty much got plants on that side, lights, but the main focus will be back here. Big slab of concrete and a big pergola back here. We're gonna have lights obviously, but what I think is gonna stick out most is gonna be this pergola right here with 6 posts, so it's gonna be pretty heavy duty. And we got Randy here with the machine. We're gonna get ready for tomorrow. Going to load Rigo, our truck guy, and hopefully start getting Baserock in. He'll leave, come back with a load of Baserock. Probably gonna take up the street and try to get it all in one go. And if we have time, get a second load of Baserock, but that'll be tomorrow. We'll see how things go. Yeah, let's go see what Randy needs. Oh, he went all the way over there. Yeah, he usually stands right here and unloads right here. That's why we moved that thing. Yeah.
Cut or remove the tree.
We have an arbor tree guy.
Not for your guys, right?
It depends how big. Because if it's too big, then you need someone who could get up there.
I live there. It's so close here.
The one in the corner?
Another corner. It's possible you give me that position. We have 2 trees.
2 trees, they're small?
Not very big.
We'll have to see them.
You want it later? Or
Yeah, later. I get off at 4.
about 4 o'clock?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I could
the
come
second
by.
house.
Yeah.
Another.
That's straight after?
Another.
Yeah.
North house.
Okay. Unless you want to come by around 4, and then we'll walk to your house.
Okay.
Yeah?
Thank you.
All right. So you guys saw some other homeowners came up. This house here you get at least 2 to 3 homeowners per week that come by and ask like, oh, how much is this, how much is that. We can't really give them a price unless Tigran actually shows up, you know. We're here for recommended company. We have a QR code on the tow trailer and always guide them to there, and then they could reach out to the company, and from there they go. Either we get the job or not, depending on how much is that needs to get done. Oh, at least 2 to 3 times a week we get someone out here, a homeowner, that asks, oh, how much was a project, or they're trying to at least get prices from us. Obviously we can't really give a price just out of whatever it is that they describe, but yeah, at least 2 to 3 times a week they come by. ¿Cuánto tiempo llevas aquí? Un mes, ¿verdad? Okay. So over here I have one of my new guys. He's been here a month, and I already got him, rolling with the valves. I already explained to him pretty much how we run it, how we do them, and pretty much guide him at first. As you can see here, he's pretty much got it pretty straightforward. It's nothing too difficult. Explain it to him pretty much how we like it. Presented it over there so you could get a good measurement between the valves. But as you guys can see, it looks pretty straightforward, the job. He's a good listener. So what I like to do when they're new, guide them first, tell them that I do it this way, and that way, and just let them do it. Obviously, sometimes you won't get it right the first time, but there's always room for mistakes, and we gotta fix them no matter what. But you guys gotta let them be. Explain it to them once, tell them I'm gonna explain to you once or twice, and then from there on out, if it's a simple job, they should pretty much get it the first time. But as you guys can see, he's rolling. Well, now that we're here with the valves, a common mistake that I've seen, every company works different, but what we like to do, make it easier for the future, for the next guy that comes. As you guys can see, not everybody ends with a cap at the end. this helps for the future. If there's any other extra valve or an extra line you guys want to add, you already got a place where you could cut off and continue off. Some just end here with the 90, and then you can't continue on to add whatever is they want. You have to cut from all the way back here and then rebuild everything. But if you follow this process, it's just a cut here, new valve, and same in wherever you end the other valve on the other side, trying to cap it off so you can continue on and make it easier for the next guy. But yeah, this is one of the common things that I see. Just a little tip. So now that I checked out my guy, pretty much seen that everything's getting glued good and doing a good job, I'm gonna get back to backfilling and make sure start getting grades good for make it easier for the concrete guy when he comes to shoot his heights and forms. All right, let's do this. Que se te olvidó ponerle la pasta y el teflón. O ese siempre cuando los pongas, si no le pones pasta y teflón, puede causar que liquee. So, en el futuro siempre trata de ponerle un poquito de pasta y 2 vueltas a la rosca. Esto te garantiza que no liquee tus válvulas. Sí, este problema. No se rompió. So see what he's doing. He was going to install the connection into the valve with no Teflon paste and a piece of Teflon tape. What that does, it seals the thread into the valve tight, so that there's no issue of any leakage into the connection. So you gotta make sure, secure your job, secure what you're doing, so you don't have to come back and fix it again. Because once everything's connected, then you still have to cut in into the pipe and kind of make your work look a little bit messy. If you would have just installed with no Teflon tape, no Teflon paste, once it was connected in there, we could probably see the leakage in that union where it's threaded into the valve, and then we would have had to call back, shut off the main line to the house and to the valves, and do the whole fixture once it's installed. But once it's in, there's more complicated. They have it already here, so might as well do it right the first time than going back and doing this 2-3 times and causing a chaos in there. Nomás sí que no les entre tierra a las válvulas, porque ya ves que luego se tapan las huellas. Si no me digo, cuidado con las válvulas, no dejarlas en la tierra, porque ya ves que luego si se le entra, luego se tapan. Hey. ¿Te quieres subir a la máquina? Vamos a rellenar las zanjas ahorita ya. Ya te hallas, ¿no? ¿Sí te hallas con esa? ¿Sí? Despacio, con el acelerador al lado de las casas, despacio, ya sabes. Pues acá lo abierto, pues no hay pedo, ¿no? Mira, vente, para que la vayas prendiendo. Ponla ya, ven. Así nomás, espérate que se prenda. Ok, ahora sí, préndela. Pajarito, pues ya la hayas aquí, ¿no? Ya la hayas más o menos a las manos. ¿Sí? Ok, dejamos prendiendo el agua. Ahorita podemos empezar a llenar todo aquí y nos vamos trabajando para allá. Déjale, prendo el agua. Well, pretty much I just gave them instructions, like start to backfill, grab from the beginning and work our way in. Oh, let the light open. And as you can see, he's been here a month and I already let him use the machine, because I can't always be riding the machines and be doing my work, being a crew leader, checking everything else. No la dejes caer muy alto para no hacer tanto polvo. Jesus. But yeah, how I was saying, gotta start let them do the work, not just yourself. There's only one of you and you can only do so much, so gotta let the guys learn and make sure they can keep up with me. Me myself, sometimes I work too fast and the guys I just can't keep up, but I gotta work on that too. Bájalo más para abajo. ¡Hey! Martín. Martín. No le dompees muy alta, bajita. La cubeta dompea bajito para que no se haga tanto polvo. If you don't teach your guys and it's just you want to do everything, you're not gonna get much done. Especially like once you become a crew leader, it's not just you coming and putting in your 8 hours. You got a timeline, you got a certain day you got to finish, because obviously you got to make money for the company. So not just yourself, improve yourself, but improve your guys. Make your life more easier. Like for example, teaching how to use the machines, do the valves, do the drainage, whatever it is, teach them. Once they learn to do that, then pretty much you just sit back and just check everything. Make your life easier for yourself. Let them do the hard work, and they'll learn, and you'll just, you know, make easy money. I think the most challenging might be small jobs. The reason being is because you have such a short period of time of working that you need to have everything working smoothly, like zero mistakes possible. Because like I said, you got 2 to 3 weeks to finish a small project compared to a big project. You have time longer, 2-3 months, and you got time to modify different things. But when it's a small one, you gotta get it right the first time. So pala. Esa misma, bájala. Bájala. Toda. Bájala. Así. Dale, para frente. Levántala y dompea. Dompea, levántala. Dompea, levántala. Ahora, métete así de reversa y empieza a empujar todo para adentro. No te entierres mucho. Ya no te entierres. First thing, for me at least, me personally fix it. Try to find a solution for it, depending how big is the problem. The bigger it is, then I get Jose involved. If it's bigger than both of us, then we get Tigran involved, but we try to keep it minimal. But yeah, but most likely just try to fix it myself, have that solution before bringing in the bigger guys. Échale agua. Dale. Ahora esta. Esa llévala y échala ya. Jala esa igual. Mamá, regrésate. Regrésate. Ahí. Dale. Así como vas, dale. Otra vez agarra, empuja y lo que agarres lo avientas allá. Regrésate, levántalo poquito. Ándale, levántalo. Lo demás aviéntalo ya. Oh, ok. Aviéntalo. Gírate para atrás. Para acá. Levántalo un poquito. Sí, llévatelo para allá. Dale. Levántalo. So, you guys might be wondering why I'm spraying so much water. Well, the dirt here is so loose, it causes so much dust, and trying to prevent from getting into the neighbor's nerves, because it has happened to us. So always water your soil, especially when it's really dusty. Keep everyone happy. Ahí está, sácala. Levanta la cubeta, regrésate, cuéstala otra vez, dale, ahí está. Bájala, regrésate. Dale. Hasta ahí. Saca esa. Dale, así como vas. Espérate. Regrésate. Bájala. Ándale. La cubeta. Ándale. Bueno, hey, ¿el Eric? No. Dijo que iba a llegar. ¿Qué pasó? Dijo que iba a venir. Oh, sprinklers de 6, yo creo que sí, pero no son del filtro como los que quieres. No, como ves que la otra vez nos las habías visto y no tienen el filtro adentro. Sí, yo creo que ahí tengo unos cuantos. ¿Al reto va a pasar? Ah, ok, está bien. Simón, órale. Hay que comer. Lunchtime. Ya nomás pagan ahí. Y siempre ten cuidado con la cubeta. Cuando la apagues ya siéntala completamente. Mira. Ahí se puede hacer sin prenderla. Porque estas veces no vaya a ser que el hidráulico falle o algo. Estás ahí parado y te pisa la pata y luego te empezar esas cubetas. Hay que comer. So, got some work done and lunchtime, and we'll be right back. So we're back from lunch. We're gonna get back at it, started grading everything again, and be ready for that concrete guy. she's doing little add-ons, so it might be concrete, more concrete over there, a little more concrete over here. Just gotta run it through Tigran first. An advice that I would give to any landscaper, probably just have a good communication with the employees and with the homeowners. Respect more than anything, and just have a good work environment. Ok, ya tienes aquí la línea, ¿no? ¿Tienes la línea marcada aquí? ¿En esa? Ok. Tráete el hilo. Todo está madreado ese. Tráete el hilo otra vez. Ah, nomás ocupo un marro. The homeowners thought it was too small of a walkway here. We're gonna extend it for them. Do the little radius again and see how they like it. There's a little add-ons that they want to do, so maybe it'll be a little extra charge. We'll see. El del otro amarillo, ajá, el que está en bolsa, está en atrás, tráetelo. Y de una vez, tráete la caja de láser. I'm gonna get a sledgehammer, quick.
And only has landscaping tools, what would you pick? One tool.
Does it come machinery or just tools?
Just tools, hand tools.
I think I'll take a shovel. Let me get less tired. If it's sharp enough, I'll for sure slice a hand or two. Okay, so what I'm doing here's the radius. I use PVC because it's flexible. Helps you with little zigzags, little curves. Like for example here, helping me with the little radius here. Just gotta work it, make it look smooth. Something that the homeowners would like. It's too much. Martín, ¿cómo la ves aquí en línea era? Martín, ¿cómo ves aquí la pipa? Vela ahí al ojo. Ajá, ¿se ve bien? ¿Para adentro? Tú me dices. Ahí. Okay. Que no salga para afuera, pues, porque vamos a tener que agarrarnos en línea así como viene allá y empezar a curvear. ¿Para dónde quieres? Tú dices. Tú acomódale como te gusta aquí. Ahí está bien. ¿Ah? ¿Ahí? Ok, tú dime. Ok. ¿Cómo la ves? You like or you no like? ¿Cuál? ¿Allá? ¿No se ve muy derecho aquí? ¿Se ve derecho? Sí se ve la curva, ¿no? Sí se ve machín, ¿no? Se ve nice. You like it? Sí, ¿no? Nomás vamos a tener que extender eso. Oh, ¿no las pegaste? No están pegadas, ¿verdad?
Estaban por aquí.
No, pero esta no pegaste ahí.
No.
Oh, ok, beautiful. Esta metemos pipa. Let me check in with the homeowner, see what they think. Es bueno también dejar eso ya a su punto. Camacho, José Camacho.
El coche rojo.
Sí, es José Camacho, es el otro encargado. Ok, ahí está. Ahora préndelo. ¿Sabes prenderlo? Sí, una vez. Ya déjalo solito, se nivela el solito. Prepárate ese, ponle la... Nuestra madre, yo aquí así. Vente para acá, vamos a tirar nivel allá. ¿Cómo es? ¿Sí la ves? ¿Sí la ves?
All the bins,
Mm-hmm.
garbage bins in this area.
It would, yeah, it marks around this area.
Right here, right?
Yeah, this right here will be the garbage area.
How's it going?
Good.
So one thing I see is this the same dimension as the
No, that's what I was gonna talk to you right now. Yeah. So from the measurements that we had over here with the that Jose gave me, we were 4 feet inside, so the concrete would have been there. And then over here we came in.
Did you tell me that?
Who?
No?
Yeah, I even showed him the picture from what we were gonna do. And then here it came in 2 feet this inside more. So all this corners add-on from that stick.
You gotta get more.
He just came out for that. He said yes. Yeah, because he had told me in the morning. I just, since I have space now, I did them. I was gonna ask you, is it broom finish or stamped? Oh. No, I did tell him it was gonna be extra. He just said that I just told him to wait for you because you're with the one with the numbers. And then here, either I'm depending with Eric, I might do just one step because one step only. And this is level what you see right now. Yeah, from this is 6 inches stepping down from where Eric wants to go. So this is level here, level there. I just want him to come and do his slopes. But that's pretty much where the concrete would be all the way over there. And we are doing the pergola, Jose told you, right?
Yeah.
Yes, but we still gotta, there's no slope. There's no slope right now. Did you want to still talk about the bench? You want the post all the way in or want us to put the brackets and then the post on top of the bracket? Okay, yeah. Redwood, smooth?
Yeah.
Okay. What I've learned from working with Tigran is a lot of details, especially, well, being a crew leader, being on top of your guys, not just yourself, but your guys being more professional, being more smart about almost taking it as if it's your own company, especially if you're a crew leader. Because I learned number-wise, the numbers through the contract, like how much I have per person and all that. I learned more about the contract part of it, but the numbers, gotta work with the numbers and the business side of the thing. Márcalo bien que se quede marcado. Ese está. Ese de aquí. A lo largo para que se vea. Y sube ahí el hilo. Por favor. Oh, perdón. Some tools and machinery that I think make job easier. For sure, a ditch switch gets you in tight spots where big machinery can't. The big skid steer, bigger places, makes production more faster. And overall, any machinery you have on job site, the less labor you do, the better for the job. Tool-wise, laser, another one to shoot your heights from far away distances, shoot elevations, all you need to do. And hand tools, probably measuring tape. One make the job a lot easier because that's where you measure what you need to measure and shoot slopes for this and that. And obviously with the measuring tape also you could read the plans. Don't just need an architecture ruler. But once you get the hang of it, the measuring tape is one of the #1 tool that will make a job a lot easier. Money. This is worth an investment, not only because it makes your life easier and all that, but you could literally do a 2-man job with this and a laser and doing it one person, because it shoots you heights anywhere, whatever height you get from the house or whatever, it shoots up to 100 feet or maybe more depending on the laser. And yeah, instead of you measuring with the smart level, a 4-footer smart level, this will just, you should grab it from the elevation one from the house, slope whatever you want, and this will give you the whole slopes also. So it makes everything easier. Instead of measuring with measuring tape or how I said with the smart level, walk around with this anywhere you go, it's just that perfect height. So we're getting into the end of the day, got a little bit of time, doing a little cleanup, but pretty much what we got done today, we got our irrigation lines in, connected at all valve, just having a temporarily line running to the waters up front, but everything else, got everything cleaned up. Our irrigation's in, sleeves in, drain in, and from this morning we had a whole bunch of dirt, but now it's all flat, ready for the concrete guy. But yeah, pretty much it. Leveled it out, filled it in, and we're just a waiting game now on the concrete guy. And once he comes in, shoots his heights, started filling in with Baserock, rebar, and putting some posts for the pergola. So it'll be a good job. So after the measurements and everything, how I talked about earlier with the radius, we did 2-3 times checkers with the homeowner when they did some modifications, but something quick couple stakes in the ends based on the measurements. Pretty much visually seeing the radius to make it look smooth, and talk to the homeowner, make sure they liked it, and we pretty much already agreed on it, and this is the final result to it. So we're cleaning up, end of the day. This is end of day 1, and we're gonna continue with day 2 tomorrow. All right, this is day 2. We got the Baserock delivered, got one more load coming in, gets here ready to go. And right now, got a few details to do. Running a few sleeves, few irrigation lines, waiting for the concrete guy to show up, shoot the elevations. Once the elevations are in, start rolling up the geogrid and Baserock, getting everything ready. Hopefully pour on Friday. I mean Saturday, sorry, Saturday. Right here we got a trench underneath our concrete step to secure. We got water running through places that we can't get through after the concrete's poured. Gonna run another sleeve over here. So this all this planting area. I run a sleeve through here, little small planting area. We gotta make sure we got our irrigations ran when we need to, now that we have the time for it. And yeah, we're gonna be ready to roll today. All right, we got no time to waste. Let's get to work. So the reason you see me digging this trench is for sleeves. I explained it in the morning. I gotta get irrigation lines, or even through the 3-inch pipe you could run any electrical lines, low voltage lines. In the future, once the concrete is in, it makes your life so much easier. So yeah, pretty much this is the reason. Safety, guarantee yourself, secure yourself having options in the future. Because after that, once concrete is in, it's a nightmare. So. Even with when you break concrete or the powder, the smell of the dust of mortar, all that's toxic for your lungs also. It should give you cancer. Yeah. Well, this I'm just covering up the holes where the sleeve's at, so no dirt or anything goes in there and blocks our entrances. Yeah. But the other one that we're gonna lay here, it helps for it gives you insurance on your concrete where it won't sag. It prevents everything from sagging and pretty much keeps everything solid in place. There'll be a whole tarp, so all that tarp, imagine all that tarp from point to point holding itself together, so there's no room to play up and down. And as long as you compact your soil and your Baserock good, you shouldn't have problems. Sí, está bien. De un pie, sí, de un pie. Simón, ya los taponeas. Déjate, traigo fábrico para que le taponemos ahí. Thing that I expect from a new guy, well, me personally, I first ask what his skills are, but other than that, just gotta make sure they're good listeners. See that they're like, they don't mind getting orders, because you'll be facing people that you tell them to do something, they don't like it, even they know what their position is and all that. But other than someone that listens and like you could tell that he wants to learn, you know. Like I've been showing him a couple things, leaving him alone, and so far so good. You know what I mean? Now I got someone I could count on irrigation. I got another guy that he's another job site. Same thing with him. Just started letting him do things alone, and I kind of just read them from there, you know. So, but other than that, for you guys, just make sure they listen. If you see your guy listens, it's that type of guy that he's gonna learn, you know. Show him different traits, different ideas. They'll have their own ideas too. So if they listen, they'll learn, pretty much, and we'll get along all together. Oh, aviéntamelo para acá, ¿no? Ahí quedas afuera, ¿da? Del escalón, quedas afuera del escalón, ¿da? Ok, este nomás métalo así para que no se le meta la tierra. No, ya les puse. Ok, hay que agarrar break. Dale el escalón de 7.5. Pues no, es lo que estaba pensando. Para no vas a ayudar a aquel lado. We could shoot the high as is, and I just know that 1.5 inches from wherever he leaves it, it's my 7.5. Aquí son, no, I think it's more. Oh, agárrame de ahí. That's 18. 4, 8, 12, 16. 4.5 inches. Yeah. Sí, that's the 2%. Yeah, 7 inches. No, we're good. 15.
That brings you down to 9, 8.
So it's how much is that? 4.5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 10. No? Yeah. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 inches. So we're good. Yeah. Allá well, I did the same thing here. Aquí también le calculé. Right there.
That's your level?
That would be slope with the 7.5 step.
Y de ahí para allá.
Y de ahí para allá, eh. 12 inches.
That's level, right?
That's with slope también. Oh, sí, but this is right now the height based on allá con level. Pero aquí sería el quiebre diferente, este pedazo de concreto. Sí, pues son 22 feet. 4, 8, 12, 16. Yeah, 5.5 plus 1.5 son 7 inches from here. Yeah, esa es mi línea de rojo, mira. So that'll be with slope, this piece, with this 7.5 step over there. Porque si no, I gotta take out more dirt. Pues Tigre también, when, the first couple of days that we're here, he even told me that the concrete's gonna be high y que hiciéramos like a retaining wall over here con puro PT in post. Because I también had, they seen this, and I told we still gotta get a slope. They like the idea over there because it gives us space to plant over there now. Small plants. Well, whatever he does with this one, we just go 1.5 inches down from that.
Counting the second step?
Counting 7.5.
No, but just in case you want to do 2 steps.
Oh, but that just goes 6 inches down. Whatever he slopes, 6 inches from there. That's cool.
How much you got right now?
Huh?
Total right now.
Yeah, right there. And we're still okay over here. Pero aquí es donde cambia. I got a SKB right here, onto la camera. And then allá me va a cambiar todo el nivel. It's gonna shoot backwards. From the respecting the side of the door of the garage, it's gonna switch the slope this way. And then we're gonna be deeper allá. We're gonna be way below the fence line. Because we gotta respect the step over there. The exit door over there. Del garage. De la house. Creo que the pavers. And they were gonna want a door over here. Yeah, they were talking to Tigran about that yesterday. And the pergola gonna be 12 by 12 with 6x6 is the post, redwood smooth. ¿Qué ole? Más o menos, ahí la llevamos.
¿Dónde está la compañía? ¿Con quién tengo que hablar para...?
Pues aquí cuando...
Saratoga.
Mero, mero. Ok, yo hago pues, de todo un poquito lo de que es electricidad y fundaciones, todo eso.
¿Qué tal de pavers y todo eso?
Todo. Sí. Y en caso de electricidad y todo eso, ¿hacen electricidad ustedes? ¿O
No, esas agarramos.
Yo hago electricidad también,
Sí.
también. Y los palos también. Y pego todo lo que caiga.
¿Tú sabes de grading y todo eso?
Todo. Estoy trabajando, pues hacían también de todo un poquito, pero se bajó la disparo. También va a ver una puerta aquí ahorita y no de la misma compañía, pero no quedó, queda grande y como el track tiene que entrar adentro, una cortina de escalón adentro de la grande, de 12 pies. Y ya no la pude instalar, pero me estaban dando 360, pero pues aún con unos cagados.
Solamente tenemos
Sí.
tecos.
Ok, hijo, ándale pues, ¿cómo se llama usted?
José.
Mucho gusto, oiga, Miguel González.
Vale, Miguel.
Ándale, pues. Sale, camaradas, gracias. Que tenga buen
Dale,
día. Ok.
ten buen día, Miguel.
Ahí me hace saber, Dion, ahí estamos,
Sí, yo le aviso.
estamos disponibles. Ándale,
Vale.
pues.
Tus bonitas miradas como de que...
Pues allá mataríamos, son 12 feet, 3 inches de slope. Yeah. Bueno, pues es que estamos acá a las 7 inches below, you know. A ver, pásame. Esto sería, hemos dicho 7, ¿da? Bueno, ya voy a sacar una válvula que va a agarrar todo de este pedazo. La second one va a ser aquí todo this piece. La third one va a ser la orilla.
Dices que son 3 válvulas, ¿no?
Sí, ves que vamos a cambiar. Y una cuarta que corre para allá. Which that one I already
¿La
have.
vas a dejar solo?
I can, because I feel like it's too much valves right here.
Ya, sí.
The number 3. Porque number 2 will be all this piece, por decir. Y where I want to finish it. And then number 3 could start from here to where he's at. Oh, no, con la máquina. Ahorita le saco cosas. Sí, güey, se me olvidó aquel día.
Le pregunté ese día, güey, si yo las había sacado, más que las tenías.
Sí, estaban, se me fue la una. Espérate, con esa salen.
Me dices que sí, güey, no me entiendes.
Pues se salen de voladas, ¿no?
No, pues supuestamente dijiste que no querías lastimarlo.
Sí, güey, pero aquel día que andaban chinga con las ajas, pensando que sí iba a ir ese día, se me fue la onda.
Te dije que no lo...
Pues eso no fue.
Pues se ha sido porque estabas entrenándolo.
Nah. If he slopes this way, we'll probably be somewhere below the stucco. Pues sí, we're half inch below here because I got my yellow line. This is 6 inches because that's just going 1.5 inches below this, and I have half an inch below the stucco with the 7.5. Because we don't have no concrete here. Yeah, but right here, we could break a little bit off this corner because aquí es soil, aquí no hay concrete. Si todo esto soy, aquí voy a poner mis válvulas. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not too worried that it's connected to the stucco. And over here.
Porque no podemos quedar arriba de,
Oh no.
del del señor.
And he has his concrete flush to the stucco.
Pero si miras acá baja como media pulgada, una pulgada.
Simón. No, pues ese es level, I think. Simón. Because look, she says 8 feet from top. It's fine, no? Or is it too small? Se me hace chiquito a mí. But I'll ask.
Yeah.
Okay. As you guys seen, Jose showed up. He does his daily checkups, and pretty much I tell him what's my plan, the plan I have for the work, and we go over the details. That's another thing with, you gotta be able to take advice from others, even though you feel like you're already like a crew leader like me. Just always take other ideas. I mean, take into consideration of others, you know. It also makes your life easier. Maybe his idea is better than yours, but I mean, that's not a bad thing about it, is it? At least I don't see it as that. Some others might take it personally, but not me. Well, next, just right now doing details still. Oh, this is gonna go into the mainland where I'm gonna connect my valves, but it's a 1-inch line that they got coming out, so I'm trying to reduce it to 3/4. That's why I have Jose over there checking. He has a coupling, 1-inch coupling. See.
Sorry, buddy. Nothing.
Nada.
Nada.
A ver si me
Try to help him. Nothing.
What the hell? Oh, it's over here. Está aquí, güey. It's right here.
Yeah, because porque no se hicieron, they came from a 1/2 inch to 3/4, try to build up pressure for the water. Have you tested water?
Yeah, it's good. Pretty good, yeah. Porque I hit the, because he had also taken a 1-inch main line to the side of the house. I hit it the other day y salió un buen de agua. I gotta get, oh, I don't.
You know what, I get a coupling from 3/4 to
I don't know if it's smaller, it's more pressure, right? Porque the bigger it gets, the pressure más se reduce. Martín, ¿has visto las otras pinzas? Oh, está bien, ahorita ahí. Get another one. Gotta be careful with this ones. You go cricket. Oh, I think that's the Baserock. You go cricket, you freaking mess up the threads. Dale. ¿Hay mero, no? No, aquí hay pedo, toma, aquí la agarro. Hey, Simón. Sí, está mejor. Otra, se le ve la diferencia. Hey. Meto primero aquella, la dejo abajo. Una buena compactada.
Bueno, y me tocó el último viaje.
¿Oh, sí?
Andaban restando ahí.
Oh, hasta me tocó mejor.
Estaba rápido a los güeyes.
¿A los de
Casi
Star?
No muelen, casi no les cae cemento para mover.
Porque ahí no puede llevar ahí uno también, ¿no?
Sí,
Hey.
sí, por eso. Pero ahí nomás agarran puro limpio.
Oh, nada con alambre ni varilla.
Nada, quieren puro limpio.
Sí, sí.
Por eso les digo allá a Martín, me mandaron por un viaje bien cochino y no lo pude acomodar en
Ningún lado. Shit. ¿El último que hizo?
En Salinas.
Oh, wow. No, dale.
Sí, es que tenía mucho
Tallo.
tallo.
Hey. No.
Es vidrio.
Sí.
El tallo revuelto aquí, pues no compacta. Nadie lo...
Sí.
A ti no te sirve el mezclado del tallo de aquí porque es vidrio.
Que sí, ¿verdad?
Pues voy a hablarle a Martín a ver si tiene uno de cemento. Yo creo que ya acabé ahora.
Ok, no, sí, yo ahorita estoy bien hasta... A ver mañana, a ver qué pasa. Ahorita estoy esperando a aquel. Ya le aviso. Vale. Some challenges that I went through here or going through. One is people, as in, like for example, like what we were facing with the concrete guy. He was taking a little bit longer to come through. It would have got to a point where I had to stop, where I had nothing to do. So that's one of the challenges. The other thing is, since right now we're grade level, some places like here, I could already see our line. So that's something that I've been thinking about when I was turning here, thinking about those lines. Something back here, roots, especially trees like these, gotta be aware of because they're city protected. And if you get too much in the roots, it could cause some damage. And if the city comes, not only the homeowner, but maybe even the company could get fined. So I gotta keep those things in mind. Gotta check the threads. One's damaged. Damaged here. This one's clean. Gotta check your parts. If you mess up the thread on the shut-off valve, then you have to go and shut off the meter and shut off the whole house. House is water. If we mess up the threads inside, then we gotta bother the homeowner. We gotta shut off your water for at least 15 to 30 minutes. But yeah, I learned from my mistakes. I used to not notice those little details, and I did it anyways, and it started leaking, and then we changed it to a good one. But since the threads were all damaged, it was still leak, so we had to, did what I just said, had to shut out the power from all the way from the meter, and shut out the power to the homeowners, and redo this whole thing, weld it, and copper weld it, and all that, so better do it the first time. Tres y media, 3, 4, so, más la 1:30 son 5.
No, allá no, ya
4 pulgadas. Y aquí más el 1:30, ¿da? Más el 1:30.
¿Cómo el 1:30?
Por el 7:30 de ahí.
Oh, no, contando con el...
Pero si me mido de este hilo, tengo que bajarle 1:30, ¿no?
No, ya lo incluimos. Ya te lo incluí. Te dije 3 a...
3:30.
3:30 va y te dije 4.
3:30, sí.
Ya
4.
tenemos
Oh, ok.
3:30, ya 4 pulgadas, ya con
Ok,
la 1:30.
Son 4 ahí,
Ajá.
al hilo, para abajo. ¿Y tu desnivel? ¿Cuánto le vas a dar desnivel ahí el step?
Ahí con el 1% nomás, son
Ok.
4 pies.
Sí.
¿Dices, no?
Una-
Sería 5 octavos.
Ok. Aviéntalo por acá afuera para que dé raza aquí así. Some of you have been asking like what tools that I personally use throughout the day. I carry this little pouch. Pretty much got my blade, my measuring tape, Sharpies, 2 pairs of pencils, 1 color, 1 black. And I use this little flat head to mark also because when I want to make some precise measurements, this helps a lot for me. And it's removable, so makes my life easier. Don't have to be reaching all over what pencil I have my pencil and all that. Just go straight to it. Little holster. Oh shit, sorry. Ahí está. Ahí ya da. Alright, so it's been about an hour and a half or so. Got the concrete guy out here. He came and shot his elevations. Got talked to him a little bit, be on the right page. Also brought out the homeowner and double checked the heights. He did a little bit of modification, worked it out with him, found the solution, and he gave us the go ahead for the height. So now it's time to bring in Baserock after Baserock after Baserock, trying to aim for Saturday and pour. But we'll see how that thing goes. But first, lunch. Sácalo. Este lo tiramos así, ¿no? Para no desperdiciar tanto. ¿Y no? Pero hay que estirar primero bien aquel. Ahorita lo cortamos este. Para que ya quede abajo bien todo. Estoy viendo cómo va. Pégalo para allá, ¿no? Que pega la casa primero. This is a Geotextile I was talking about. That will help any preventing from sagging. Because we're going to compact the base rock. We compact the base rock by layers also, so we could get a good compaction through. So just gotta, it's like insurance for yourself. Like when you put one like up to the other one, you overlap it at least like 1.5 feet, so you could get that good hold. Cuando engrapas hay cuidado con la pipa, Sí, corre aquí así. Corre así y así para allá. We have some rounded ones. And sometimes we have some squarish ones. They don't matter which one you use. These are more when you're trying to hold down pipe. It has a curvature to it. You should see with the turf, you should go through at least 4 or 5 blades throughout the day. When we cut with turf. Hay que acomodar ese. Ahora sí, ya está estirándolo para allá. Okay. Mira, a esas, para que tengas un guía y no cada rato sacar la cinta, yo lo que hago, mido, depende de dónde vayas a jalar. Si vas a jalar de allá para acá, me doy como queremos 4, ¿verdad? Aquí le marco como 3.5 con el plumón, y ya con aquí tú mismo lo vas viendo y jalando. ¿Sí me entiendes? ¿Sí o no? Sí. Casi todo, mira. ¿Sí me entiendes? Cuando vas jalando ya no sacas la cinta tanto porque ya tienes aquí está marcado, ¿verdad? Sí, pues vas a jalar, ¿verdad? 4, 3/4, está bien. Que te dé de aquí a aquí al hilo, para que cuando compacte baje a las 4 pulgadas. ¿Sí me entiendes? Advices that I would give for a beginner in a ditch switch: always be aware of your surroundings. Always be aware of who's around you, what you're working with, especially with the house. Tighter spots, I do it myself, because if something happens, I'm the one to blame for. Even if I let the guy do it and it hits the house, I'm the one to get blamed for, so I'd rather do it myself. Tight spots, once in an open area, they're free to do roam around with the machinery. But I always tell them, be aware of your surroundings, #1 thing, because you can end up hitting somebody, breaking someone's foot or whatever, or maybe even killing them. So that's the #1 thing that I always tell: be aware of your surroundings, for yourself and for others. Machines are very, very helpful, but at the same time very, very dangerous and deadly.
Ditch switch rating.
I know. A lot of dust. So pretty much the remaining of the day we used a ditch switch, moving a bunch of base rock. Pretty much did all that today, so let me show you guys a little bit what we did. So this back side, this side of the house, hopefully it's done with base rock. It's just double checking, shooting his lines across. We gotta make sure we're at the end. Once it's compacted, we have that 4-inch space for the concrete. And this kind of went a little bit slow because the big machine doesn't get in here. So tomorrow, once we start shooting all of this, should be with the big machine, should go a little bit faster. So hopefully get that tomorrow and start rebar next and setting up some posts. 4 posts for pergola and 3 posts over here so she could hang her clothes old school style. But that's it. So it's been a few days now. Concrete's been poured. We got some posts up so she could hang her clothes in the future. As you guys can see, we got some soil still around the area. Plants are gonna come in, I think today, gonna get delivered. And as you guys can see, everything it's broom finish, light, joints every 5 to 6 feet. We got some valves that are gonna be going right here, right off from the main line. Then we continue here, we got our drains, crawl space. Here on the radius, we might have some paver blocks that will rise up to be a sitting area. We're still debating on that. We gotta wait on Tigran to see what's the deal. Over here we have Lalo working on the valves. We're gonna start connecting that. Gotta run our line, see nothing cracked, nothing's broken, nothing's leaking underneath. But most of the areas, plants all over the place, mulch. We got some 2 good looking steps over here. On this area, we got 4 6x6 posts, 12 foot apart evenly. We're gonna do 2x10s, bracing everything with some 2x4s running on top every 4 feet. Other than that, I mean, we got a more planting area. A shed will be in the corner. Might build a side door just for emergency uses or whatever it is that the homeowners would like. But other than that, that's pretty much it. So these posts, 6x6, redwood smooth, and we're 2 foot 6 deep. Gotta make sure this is sturdy because we don't want this going anywhere. We don't like putting brackets on concrete because then they wobble. They're not sturdy enough. So I gotta secure those pretty good. Pretty much started to clean up today. Clean. Make sure everything's working right with the valves. And yeah, but you gotta be ready for plants next. If you guys like this style of video where you guys walk around with me with the guys, do what I do in the projects, hit a like, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next video.